It is your boy Ricardo D. Rice from the Leadership Blend Media Company. I'm here with, okay, look, y'all know I interview a lot of people from time to time, but I'm very picky about who I interview. This lady right here, I finally was able to get her. Yeah, I'm gonna put you out there. I was finally able to get her, so I'm ecstatic about it. None other than Miss Darlene Mccoy. How are you doing today?
Man, I am doing so good. He is something else, y'all.
Look, I'm keeping it cute. I'm keeping it cute today. I got my vest. I'm keeping it cute today. I'm keeping it cute today.
He running things up for y'all.
You know, I'm keeping
don't
it
let
cute
him, don't
today.
let him be modest.
I'm keeping it cute. I'm keeping it cute today. She took off the hat. She had on the hat. She had a whole vibe going. Like,
Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. And I took off a shoe. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
I wouldn't even tell that. But yeah, she's sitting in front of me with one boot on. I'm just...
Y'all couldn't see it.
She's sitting in front of me with one boot on. That's how bad she is. One boot.
Ow.
One boot. One boot. All right, so if you do not know Ms. McCoy, you tell them about you. For those who do not know.
I am Darlene Mccoy, nationally syndicated radio host, 2 syndications, The Nightly Spirit and The Spirit Top 15. I'm also a national recording artist.
Yeah, so... About that,
yes.
I still play Falling in Love.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. I heard that song one time, and that's the kind of gospel music I like. So I still play. It is in my media play. I kid you not.
Are you serious?
I kid you not. Falling in Love was one of my favorite gospel songs. I knew that would get you. I knew it was good. But yes, I love Falling in Love. Darlene is one of those people that she does so many other things. I think people forget that she can actually sing. So yeah, she can actually sing. So I have Falling in Love. So there you go. I have Falling in Love with my phone.
You.
So you being here with me today is an honor because I love good gospel music.
Thank you.
So
thank you so much. I'm honored to be here doing this. He done said he got fallen in love. We friends now. We cousins.
Y'all heard it. So when I try to get her for the actual TV show, y'all heard it. Now, I wasn't fighting nobody. The public's over here. We cool now. So the public's over here. He family. The stylist is over here.
Just call and say
family.
that's I'm her cousin.
I'm like, look, we got a relation. All right, so let's talk about the gospel music arena because that's really where you are in, and that's something I love.
Yes.
So Kanye West.
Yes. Oh my God.
There's been a thing about it, and you don't have to give your opinion. But I had a conversation the other day, and we were talking about the fact that gospel artists are trying to find new venues, and now we have typically a secular artist comes in, and he's packing out churches, being invited into mega churches.
Yeah.
Where do you think we're headed with this?
I think that we got to understand that there's a move of God that's happening, and the move of God is bigger than the industry. The move of God is bigger than us. God said that in the last days, I'm going to pour out my spirit upon all flesh. And whether it's Kanye's flesh, whether whoever's flesh it is, God's spirit is moving. And we have to really be careful because when a move of God is taking place, we have to understand that it's more important for us to stay connected to what God is doing than what he has done. Because we could easily become the modern day non-believer when God is doing things. You see what I'm saying? Because he said that every knee shall bow.
Every tongue.
And every tongue will confess. And if we are just hanging out with the same knees every Sunday.
You sound like the same.
And the same tongues every Sunday. All we're going to hear is the same one. But no, I just say we really have got to understand in gospel music that I personally believe, and this is just my personal belief, that we've treated gospel like it was a genre of music. And that closed the doors on so many people. Gospel is a platform for all genres of music because there is nobody that can do what we do.
Absolutely.
Do you see what I'm saying? We can welcome a different sound that's lifting up Jesus from all genres. And if we look at it that way, we understand we still need quartet. We still need traditional. We need choirs. But God has expanded himself in the music to where it's all the way to Kanye now. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Never saw that one coming.
You see what I'm saying?
I never saw that one coming.
And it's just like we're bigger than what we have, than we know ourselves to be. He's the creator. We're creatives. We are little guys running an industry of music who he's the God of. So we've just got to stop looking at people and saying, oh, what is he doing? Is he trying? Even if he's trying to do that, God is pouring out his spirit. God will handle him. You see what I'm saying?
There you go.
He sure will, honey. Yes, it will. Hey,
Wow.
Won't it do it?
Yeah, I'm not dealing with her today. All right, so let's talk about being a woman in media, and particularly on radio. What has that been like for you? Because I'm still new to radio. It's been 2 years, but I have like a leadership talk show, so I don't really do music. So what has that been like for you, being a female in the media industry, particularly gospel?
I'm gonna say this: it's fun. When it first happened, I'm kind of an anomaly. Like
I would never guess that. I would never guess that. So, you do your own thing.
Listen, I'm just kind of, and so all the way to the fact that when I first came out with the Falling in Love album, with the album and all that stuff, when I first came out with that album, the label actually told me that my sound was not gospel, and I couldn't be put.
I'm not surprised with that, because when I heard it, I like a blend. I like traditional gospel, but I also like a jazzy Kim Burrell type thing too.
Yeah.
So when I heard yours, I was like, this is the perfect blend of these two sounds. But I was like, this can't go in my gospel rotation. But it can go in my inspirational rotation. So it worked for me.
Yeah.
But
and that was the thing, and it was just like, I was signed to a gospel label, and they were trying to shove me down the gospel pipes. But then they realized that okay, she's something different. So they started putting me on R&B radio, and I started going up the charts.
Seriously?
Yes. So I was on R&B radio. So, and a lot of people don't know this story. So Magic 107.5, that's the R&B station here. And the PD for Magic is the same PD, the program director.
Yeah, I was
for
going to
Praise. Yeah, because everybody don't know that.
Everybody know that.
He's the same program director for Praise.
Seriously?
Yes. He's the same person. And what happened was, as he invited me for a Magic event to come and do my song, because it was going up the R&B charts. So I came, I did it, me and my band did our thing, and he said, you know what, I want to talk to you. And I think that he had a vision for the gospel industry, for gospel radio, to be expanded from what it has been. So that was my first opportunity, to even touch, radio. I had a weekend show with Canton Jones called Judah Jams. Right, and then the midday position came open, and we went from there and then syndicated nationally. And I think it was that God used me being an anomaly to bring something different to the industry, to radio. So to me, it's been an honor to do radio. At first, I was like, I'm naming a gospel artist. How you gonna put me on gospel radio? What are you trying to do to my brand?
Well, that was going to be my next question. So that the ideology that you were supposed to be doing gospel music, and now they're asking you to do secular arenas. Initially, what was that like for you?
At first, I loved it, because I know who I'm called to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I have always understood that the call on my life was not just for church. It's for society. It's for people. And it was from a time I had with the Lord when I was rushing to church, rushing to get to church and praying for the church service, and God was like, all these people you passing trying to get to church, I wish you would get me to them. And my life has changed ever since I got that word from the Lord. So even in the times that I've had to just stand and just be the different one, be the odd one, and what's wrong with her, what is she doing, all of that stuff, and I've had to continue to stand, I chose to keep standing because I know what I was called to. I've been called to people, not in industry, but people.
All right, but that leads me to the next question, though, because, and I'm asking this because you're in gospel. So I see where we're starting to Debbie, where you have traditional gospel music, and then you have like a secular version of gospel music, more inspirational. How do you think, are we ever going to mar those two? Because like you said, they have this frowning thing. So traditional gospel artists, like, that's not gospel music. And then you have the inspirational artists going, yeah, but I'm reaching people you haven't been reaching. Right. So why can't we come to a happy medium? Because
we've got to see that we need to have one vision, and that is the uplift the name of Jesus. When the vision is not that, why gotta lift up Jesus your way? You see what I'm saying? Jesus was not, and this is why I have this record called Jesus Was Eclectic. He was not church focused
at all.
He didn't even, when he looked at Peter and said, upon this rock I'll build my church, he was talking to a person. Because he understood that the church was people. And when we get that ideology correct, do you understand that we can turn this world upside down if we are honest about authentically who we are, and we just operate in who we are? You see what I mean? We keep trying to beat ourselves into this, but God called us to be bigger than that. He made us bigger than that. He made us to be creative. We should be leading every single industry.
I will agree with that.
I believe it. We should be at the lead. Why? Because we are hearing God. We're actually searching God for our answers. So if we're getting the answers, why ain't we telling it to the people that's got the questions? You see what I'm saying?
Said a mouthful. you said a mouthful now. Well, that's the thing. We're supposed to use the natural to navigate the spirit. I mean, use the spirit to navigate the natural. And we're not seeing a lot of that. We're seeing, which takes us to the current state of the church.
And if we continue to keep the mindset of the four walls of the church, actually, that's not just a place, it's a mentality. And we got to break the mentality and enjoy ourselves. And whatever, just go to church and enjoy yourself. But don't just make it seem like it's just this my church and our church is get rid of it. And everybody else is, come on, we got to get better than that. Do you see what I'm saying?
I don't know how we got there, honestly. I don't know how we got here.
It's like you cannot put an eternal, infinite Elohim, God, in your mentality of four walls. When we humble ourselves enough to understand that, I think that God's spirit is going to totally pour out on our flesh for real.
All right, so talk about the branding that it took when you discovered that you were the anomaly to actually go against what you were signed up to do. How did you brand that, especially if it's something that you didn't, you know?
I'm gonna be very honest with you.
Lord.
I didn't even try to brand.
Seriously?
I only stayed faithful. I just remained honest and authentic. That's all I did. And if a brand came along, if there is a brand with my name, it became because I remained authentic. I didn't make a brand. You see what I'm saying? I didn't. And I said something to a young man that, I don't know if I should tell y'all this, but anyway. But I said something to a dude that was trying to holler at me one time.
Well,
I'm just saying, he was trying. And he was like, what brands do you wear? I want to buy the brands that you like. Do you like Louis Vuitton? Do you like this? And I was like, and I said to him, I was like, you don't buy brands for me. I am a brand.
I know that's right.
I brand what I wear. You see what I'm saying? That's being just being real. I can buy my jeans from Target, honey, and it look good on me because I'm the one wearing them.
Facts.
You see what I mean?
Facts.
What I look like with somebody else's name on me. That's crazy to me. I buy it because
look,
if it's cute.
This is just express.
You see what I'm saying? We can do it. I've just never been that person. I guess I'll say that because when we talk about brands, the actual thing is that becomes a label within itself. To have to live by. If somebody brands you as something, the only brand I want you to know me as is love, authenticity, and truth. That's it. If you can brand me anything, a lot of people will operate according. That's Darlene's brand. I'm like, cool. They can do what they want. That's fine. But just make sure it's me. Cause I make sure I don't look right in it, do right in it, ain't gonna be right in it, cause it ain't me. So I never tried to do that. It's just who I am. And then, even with this new record, Jesus was eclectic. When I say it to people, they're like, exactly. You're eclectic.
Now, before this, because I have even me in my phone too.
Amen.
And
come on, even me.
Look, I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan. Like even me. When I heard it, I was like, I hear you calling me.
Yeah, your spirit drawing me.
I was like, I can get it. And then the music comes in, and I'm just like, see, I can bump this in the car and still know that I'm still saved. So right. I'm about that life. I'm about that life. I'm about that life. So, it's good. So when people hear the name Darlene Mccoy, what do you want them to take away? Because I know you have a brand.
I'm going to be very honest with you. When I asked the Lord, what is my purpose? He said, bring freedom and joy to people. So I want to bring freedom and life and joy to people. That's it. And whatever medium, whatever platform he has me on, I just hope that I am fulfilling that call to bring freedom and life and joy.
I think I don't have anything else to say after that. I think that's about.
Oh, how he ain't gonna have that?
That's a good place to end. I think that's perfect. How can they get in touch with you?
Get in touch with me on Instagram and Twitter at Darlene Mccoy, or just go to my website, IamDarlene.com. And if you're still on Facebook, I'm on there sometime. Just go to IamDarlene.
I've never seen it.
You never seen me on Facebook.
I've never seen it on Facebook.
I try to get on there every now and then. But I am Darlene on Facebook.
Any nuggets you want to leave with the people, particularly women, because this was MogulCon, and that room was full of amazing women who are doing amazing things. Any nuggets you want to leave for women out there who couldn't attend?
Yes. Those of you that can't attend, I want to say this, and you probably already know by now. I'm kind of a preacher, but
I wasn't gonna ask. I wasn't gonna ask.
And Jeremiah 29 and 11, I think that's it. Don't quote it. Just hear what I'm saying. He said, "Before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you." And then there is a possibility that God could say in the end, "Depart from me, I never knew you." It is up to you to make sure that you are aligned with who God sent all the way to the end. So be honest with yourself, be true to who you are, and be 100% the baddest you could ever be. You're going to win in life.
Again, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. All right, but there you have it, the lovely Miss Darlene Mccoy. Thank you for sitting down with me. And like I said, you coming on a TV show, and if I come to the studio and drag you out, I would do that. I just want you to know that I'm that bold. I just want you to know that. All right, bye. We will see you inside the building.